This week, I'm going to be showing you a close reading strategy to focus on character interaction. This close reading strategy is best used when you're rereading a text. So this week, I'm encouraging you to go back to one of the stories that we have read already, or that I've suggested that you read, and give it another look, this time with a lens looking specifically at how the main character in the story is interacting with other characters. There are 3 steps to this close reading strategy. The first step is to simply gather evidence of the character interactions, any examples that you see of the character interacting with other characters. The second step is to look back at that evidence and see if you notice any patterns in them. Perhaps there's change over time in those interactions, or perhaps you notice that they're always having one kind of interaction with other characters. The third step is the meaning-making step. This is when you say, okay, well, what new understanding do I have now of this character because of looking closely at their interactions? And maybe what themes can I now tell are part of the story that are being developed by these character interactions? All right, let me give you a quick example of what this can look like. Attached to this assignment, I've linked this document that has links to all of the stories that we've read and that I've suggested that you read. So these are the stories you can pick from. I'm going to show you an example from the Private Experience by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. So I'm going to pull that story up. I can get rid of this now. And on this close reading character interaction chart, I'm going to put the text, title, and author. So it's A Private Experience by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. All right, so step 1, gather evidence of character interaction. You would do this while rereading the text. Just to save time, I've already reread this, and I marked the sections that I wanted to collect with highlights. So I don't need to quote them. You could, if you wanted, you could copy and paste a quote into this gathering evidence section. I'm just going to describe them. So on page 1, what I noticed here, you remember this section, we've talked about this section a lot. This is where Chika and the woman are kind of first noticing each other and noticing their differences. And those differences are with religion, with money, with language, and with education. They are making assumptions about each other. Yeah, the assumptions part, Chika can tell she is a northerner. Probably this necklace is plastic beads threaded through a piece of string. So they're making some assumptions. All right, the next piece of evidence that I gathered, if I scroll down here, this is where they start talking about their families, or Chika starts sharing about her family. So what page was that? That's page 3. Page 3, Chika shares about her family and her fear that they might be in danger from this riot. Moving on, here's on page 6. This is where Chika helps the woman with her medical problem that she has from breastfeeding. So page 6, Chika helps the woman with her medical problem. The way that I'm selecting these is I'm looking for moments where there's like an interesting interaction or relationship development that happens. So this was a key moment where it seemed like they were close together at that time. And then another one, this is the last one that I'll do here on page 9. The woman gives Chica her headscarf to wrap her bloody leg. That seems like an important moment. So page 9, the woman gives Chica her scarf, wrap her injured leg. All right, so now I've gathered some evidence. Now in step 2, I want to look for patterns. And what I notice when I think about these moments of interaction is it seems like they go from being strangers to helping each other out. They get closer through their experience. That's the pattern that I seem to be noticing here, going from strangers making assumptions about each other to sharing more to then helping each other out in different ways. So describe the relationship between the characters. This is when I kind of make meaning of this and think about what themes might be developing from this interaction. So these two women start off as very different strangers, but by the end they have shared a kind of closeness by helping each other through a difficult time. What themes might develop from their interactions? These or their interaction shows that even people from different backgrounds can form a connection. Something like that. That's a theme. Even people from different backgrounds can form a connection. I could go into more detail about all the layers about their religious differences and how that's what the riot is all about. Those are more kind of complicated layers to their relationship. But this is a good idea of how you can interpret a theme by focusing on their interaction. All right, so those 3 steps, applying to a story that you choose, reread it, gather the evidence, and then start to think about it and think about the meaning that you can make out of those interactions. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck with the assignment. You'll be practicing this with first one of these stories, and then I want you to do the same thing with your independent reading text as well. And that's the main work for this week. Good luck.